What's going on, Socialites? Welcome back to another Global Pokemon Society Draft League battle. For this Week 1 matchup, we have the Driftveil City Dragapults taking on Paris Saint-Germignon. Let's take a look at the teams here. So, Driftveil, they have GMAX Rillaboom, Dracovish, Alolan Ninetales, Sableye, Naganadel, Aegislash, Trevenant, Tyrantrum, Surfetch, and Frostlass. So, you know, a lot of stuff going on here. So Rillaboom, great Pokemon. Dracovish, of course, can be scary. I've never really seen it be crazy in doubles, but it can do some stuff. Alolan Ninetales, great if you can get off the Aurora Veil and have it stick around maybe an extra turn. Sableye, great support Pokemon. Naganadel, Glass Cannon, but it can, you know, just blitz something down. Aegislash, surprisingly, not very good in the Dynamax format. It was nerfed this generation, of course, so there is that. So we see that in the C tier. Trevenant is its Trick Room setter, which can be kind of difficult. Trevenant's not the best Pokemon. Tyrantrum and Surfetch can make use of that Trick Room strong but slow Pokemon. And then Frostlass kind of rounds it out. Again, kind of a more supportive, you know, Icy Wind, maybe get a Destiny Bond off, Taunt, you know, kind of Pokemon. So a lot of stuff going on here. I'd be interesting to see what sort of strategies he puts together. But yeah, let's go and check out Paris. Alright, here we have PSG. So we see their team, very interesting team. Incineroar, great Pokemon. Amoongus, great redirector, Spore user. Azumarill, huge power. Can be a scary sweeper. Hitmontop, great support option. Gothitelle, Trick Room support, and it can also run competitive if that's something you want to do. Steelix. We had a Pokemon Minute come out recently with Steelix. It can work, but it's a very weird Pokemon. I'd be interested to see if Andrew ever brings the special Steelix I talked about with Sheer Force. That might be a spicy thing to bring one of these weeks. Jellicent, another Trick Room setter. Caparaja does well in Trick Room. Drampa does well in Trick Room. Greedent does well in Trick Room. Cheek Pouch, get your double berries. So there's a lot of good berries that came out in Crown Tundra. If you missed the Charm City versus Mighty Psyducks, you saw the Key Berry come into play, so you can do kind of stuff like that. So his team, slow, super slow team. So probably definitely want to get Trick Room up here. So it'll be interesting to see how Driftveil can prevent the Trick Room. And you know, sometimes you go all into preventing the Trick Room and they don't do it and they just end up killing you because, hey, you're trying to prevent the Trick Room and they just have two massive, strong, bulky threats that you just can't kill right off the bat because you let off with your support Pokemon trying to prevent their support Pokemon. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But let's get into the game here. Cole, head coach of Driftveil, recorded this. So check out his commentary. I'll link his channel down below. Check out his commentary, but we're going to take a look at it as well. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we're here for the matchup between Driftveil City Dragapults and Paris Saint-Germignon. So let's see here. Driftveil bringing GMAX Rillaboom, Sableye, Naganadel, Alolan Ninetales, Tyrantrum, and Dracovish. So, pretty offensive team. Sableye is going to have to do a lot of support work. PSG is bringing Incineroar, Jellicent, Azumarill, Gothitelle, Drampa, and Amoongus. So they have a couple different Trick Room setters there. Drampa, interesting choice week 1. Incineroar will do a lot of work. Amoongus will do a lot of work. We'll have to see if they're kind of... My critique for them was they were kind of all in on the Azumarill to do the damage when we were initially ranking the team, so I'm interested to see if that's how it's going to play out this week. Or, you know, I'm sure Drampa can do a lot of work as well if a Trick Room can get up. We'll have to see here. Looking at Driftveil's item choices too. Pretty interesting item choices. Mystic Water on the Dracovish, so there's no Scarf. I mean, it does outspeed everything outside of Trick Room, basically, so I guess you don't need it. Alright, let's get into the game here. Gothitelle Incineroar from PSG. Sableye and Alolan Ninetales. Protect on the Ninetales would be good, and maybe a Taunt on the Gothitelle. Oh, Fake Out's not bad either. Let's see if he goes. No, he's going for the Aurora Veil. I assume this will be a Fake Out. Oh, so he doesn't go with the Incineroar Fake Out. Oh, he does. His Incineroar is just slower than Sableye. Yeah, that's why I was saying I'd rather just get the Protect off. Let's see here, though. Hail chipping away. Leftovers. Sableye squashes the Gothitelle. Interesting. I still would have liked a taunt here. Like, what's the point of quashing? Especially when you're not attacking anything. This is probably where the Trick Room gets up. So, I mean, it could have been Mental Herb Gothitelle. I guess we may never know. But I just don't see the point in a quash here. You want to quash something when you're like trying to attack it down. So, Trick Room's up now. That's exactly where PSG wants to be. And they took out the Ninetales too, even through the Aurora Veil, so... Naganadel is fast, which is not good for Trick Room. If this Gothitelle has like Psychic maybe, it could hit this Naganadel pretty hard. Encore. Ooh, Encore is pretty good actually. But this is probably where the Mental Herb's going to happen. So again, if he hadn't quashed, if he had taunted, and then this turn could have encored, like the Mental Herb would have been gone. So let's see if this is the Mental Herb here. Here's the Dynamax Naganadel. There's the Encore, so let's see if we get a Mental Herb triggering here. Yup, there's the Mental Herb.
Yeah.
Psychic. Decent damage. Parting Shot, very nice. Gonna be able to bring in, I'm assuming the Drampa. Could be the Azumarill in the back. Azumarill. Okay, yep, there's the Azumarill. So was it a max Wormwind? It was. Doesn't affect Azumarill. So another great turn for PSG. Now this is kind of just like their thing rolling here. You can kind of ignore the Naganadel too, because like the first Max Ooze isn't going to do a lot. Okay, this is where you, yeah, see, again, I don't like these quashes here. This is where you encore the Gothitelle again. Well, actually, no, encore wouldn't matter here. But, yeah, the first quash was all over the place, and then this quash, like, that Psychic didn't really do, like, a lot to you. So, I mean, what are you afraid of? You're going to get, like, probably a Max Geyser, which you resist, and then a Psychic. I think you want to, oh, there's a Protect. Yeah, like, the Quash just doesn't make sense into the Gothitelle here. Yeah, I was going to say I would have preferred a belly, taunt into the Azumarill to prevent this Belly Drum. So I'm just seeing, like, Quash is like a weird move, right? Like, it's kind of like only Sableye gets it. Wow, this Max Ooze does take out the Azumarill, so I guess overall not bad. The critical hit, okay, that probably mattered. That probably mattered. So Azumarill goes down. So Dragapults might have a chance here. There's what? 2 turns left of Trick Room? PSG hasn't maxed yet. So I think what you do here, so they have Incineroar in the back still. They got one more that we don't know of yet. But 2 turns left of Trick Room. Okay, Drampa's their last one. So with Drampa, like, I'm not liking these quashes. Don't do it. Like, this is where you could encore the Protect, you know? Alright, so looks like they're going to be maxing the Drampa here. Big Dragon. So I would like a max guard here on the Naganadel. Ooh, Helping Hand. That's going to be huge. Quash on Drampa. Max Wormwind. I don't think this will be enough to take out... Yeah, he doesn't even go into the Drampa. So now Drampa's going to be able to get off its own Max Wormwind. I think you had to attack into that Drampa here. Yeah, so now Naganadel's going to go down. Like, the Quash on the Drampa only makes sense if you're attacking the Drampa. Like, it doesn't make sense to quash the Drampa and attack the Gothitelle. Because, again, from your range, the Gothitelle wasn't doing anything. So that leaves him with Rillaboom as his last Pokemon. Let's see, it's going to be tough here. The Incineroar comes out. That's going to really hurt the Rillaboom as well. So I think this first game is basically wrapped up for PSG. I think they still have 1 turn left of Trick Room as well. What do you do here if you're the Dragapults? Like, what's on the field is what's left, so that's like what you have to work with. Like, a Fake Out's going to be coming out into the Rillaboom. You don't have Protect with Rillaboom. So, I mean, that's basically just, like, you know that's going to happen. So, can you Encore the... you can't Encore Incineroar because it's Dark type. So, I mean, Incineroar can't be touched right now by Sableye due to Prankster's interaction with Dark types. So, basically what's going to happen here is a Fake Out into the Rillaboom and then a Max Wormwind to take it out. Oh wow, surprising to not see that. Oh, plus a burn, wow. Shook a berry on the Incineroar too. Yeah, I still think this Wormwind would have probably KO'd Funky Kong anyway after a Fake Out, but it all kind of ends up the same here. So we'll just let this play out and then we'll get to game 2. So that's the end of game 1. PSG takes it pretty convincingly, despite only having 2 Pokemon left. So let's see how game 2 works out, if the Dragapults can make any adjustments. Alright, so game 2 about to be underway. Let's see what Driftveil brings this time. If I was Paris, I would probably just do the same lead. You know, Incineroar, Gothitelle. You now know that they have the Mental Herb, so you got to play around that. Probably try to kill it right off the bat. Maybe Fake Out and just do a Max and kill the Gothitelle right away. Like Fake Out into the Incineroar, I mean. Like Max and Naganadel. Okay, so he's switching up a little bit. He's going with the same lead, but he's bringing Tyrantrum in the back instead of Naganadel, which is interesting. This team's super, not super weak, I should say, but he is pretty susceptible to Incineroar here now in the Intimidates. Again, Incineroar is basically immune to what Sableye can do, so you want to like downplay the Intimidate as much as you can. Okay, yep, so there's the same lead as I predicted with PSG. And the same lead from Driftveil. Again, I would have liked Like you saw here that last game Sableye was faster than the Incineroar, so you can fake out the Incineroar's fake out. So I would have liked to see like a Dynamax Pokemon to start and just nuke that Gothitelle. Yeah, protect here. Makes sense. I like the taunt off the bat though to get rid of the Mentalor because then you can Encore after that. Although Gothitelle will probably just switch out to prevent that Encore. Let's see if that's the play. So now you also know that the Incineroar's Flare Blitz O-code you last time even through the Aurora Veil. And I don't think that was due to a critical hit. So I think with no Aurora Veil, the Flare Blitz will definitely KO the Ninetales. I mean, makes sense to me. Ooh, Helping Hand. So now it's just going to be Encored into Helping Hand. So, not the play I was thinking of with switching out, but it still does, you know, prevent the Encore of Trick Room that we were talking about. So there's the Flare Blitz. Takes out Ninetales. So PSG gets off to another good lead. Trick Room's up. Going out into Tyrantrum. Not Dynamaxing again. So, interesting. See where Tyrantrum is in the speed order here? Let's see, PSG taking a while. Okay, so they stay locked into the Helping Hand. Taunt. Parting Shot. Okay, so Tyrantrum's still the fastest on the battlefield here. So what's going to come out here? Okay, Azumarill comes out. So this is a Head Smash. -1 though. Yeah, this will proc the Citrus Berry. So now Azumarill can just Dynamax here, and it can do like a max Starfall onto Tyrantrum. Like, I think you need to quash this Azumarill and try and get a kill off on the Gothitelle. What did he go for on the Azumarill here? I didn't see. Was it a taunt? Okay, there's the Dynamax. Like, taunt doesn't make sense here because it's not going to go for a belly drum with its berry procced. So I might have seen that wrong. Azumarill's head moves weird. Okay, it is a taunt, yeah, so this Sableye just isn't really doing its thing here. So there's the knockout onto Tyrantrum. Struggle because it's locked into both Encore and Taunt. Should be shaking the Encore soon though. Let's see, a lot of passive damage going on. So now Rillaboom's all that's left, so that's going to be the Dynamax option here. Not the worst Dynamax option to have against Azumarill, but the Incineroar can just kind of switch in and, you know, really weaken it with like Intimidate and then Parting Shot. Like, again, the Incineroar can just completely ignore the Sableye, especially this Sableye doesn't have Recover, so like it can out-damage it. Like, it's not going to be stalled out of like dying to its own Flare Blitz trying to take down the Sableye if it keeps recovering. So there's Rillaboom. Grassy Surge will overwrite the Misty Terrain. So again, no, you want to quash the Azumarill. The Gothitelle struggling. Oh my goodness. I tell you, LVP this Sableye. Least valuable Pokemon. Yeah, and as I predicted, the swap out into Incineroar here. So again, the Quash won't even get off. Oh, and he didn't even Dynamax the Rillaboom here. This might be enough to take out... Oh, it's so close. But now we have Fake Out from Incineroar, so that should take out the Rillaboom here. Pretty easy Fake Out. And then again, then you just Starfall into Sableye. Even if you max, the Fake Out should do enough. Yeah, like just a lot of series of unfortunate events for Driftveil here. The Sableye was definitely like the biggest one. There's the Fake Out, takes out Rillaboom. And Starfall should take out the Sableye here. Yep, so That's game 2, and with that, PSG takes down the Driftveil City Dragapults in 2 games. I think Cole and Driftveil can learn a lot from this game. I didn't watch his commentary of it, just to kind of keep myself spoiler free going in here. Andrew will be on this week's podcast, so be sure to check that out. And as always, stay classy, society.